Hey, what's up, people?
It's your guy, Chief.
And Philly Cigar, Jawn.
And we just want to say welcome. And I think Philly, since this is our first time going live together,
Yes.
we're gonna have to check this out and make sure that our folks are able to log in. Make sure that let me see what's going on here.
Okay, wait.
You are live, yeah.
Check the social media platforms. Come on, everybody, get on in. I don't see nobody in here yet.
We don't see anybody in here yet, but come on in. Come on in. And if you want to join us, we have a link. Look, it popped up down the bottom. Look, relationship roundtable. So it's just get ready. It's going out to people right now.
So we're gonna give it a few minutes, right?
Yeah, we're gonna give it a few minutes. We're gonna give it a few minutes, Philly. Yeah.
I worked his nerves today. But he ain't really but he still loves me.
Oh, definitely still love you. So
all right, come on, people, get up.
Go to your
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. I'm gonna go to YouTube, see if I can see it. You go to Facebook. Let me see if I see it.
So
it doesn't show us. It says live, but oh yeah, here we go. Let me see.
Are you on YouTube?
And Facebook. You go to Facebook because it's supposed to be on live on both.
Oh, I gotta go into Six Friends and Stilettos?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
It says one person's watching.
Hey, one person. Shout out to the one person. That's you.
Oh.
That's you. Oh my goodness.
Are you? Is that Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, so we in live. You can turn it off. Turn it down. Turn it down. You already got your mic on back.
Yes, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Come on in to the relationship round table. And listen, you know, no, because I logged out.
Okay, we got somebody in the building. Who's in the building? Go ahead, enter the chat, folks. When you come into the room, when you come into the SBS suite,
let's put it on. Let's put it on YouTube. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, just drop us a thumbs up. Let us know that you're here because I'm gonna switch over to YouTube now.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
So if you're live, if you're watching us, come on, people. Come on in. Come on in.
And there seems to be a delay.
It's a little delay. That's okay.
Got it.
We got, what, 2 people watching?
Might be us.
Right. That's me.
We might be the 2 people watching.
That's okay.
So anyway, Philly.
We can go ahead and get the conversation.
Yeah, let's get the conversation started.
Tune in. But I am going to drop a reminder.
Yeah, let's drop a reminder. And we can also drop a reminder on YouTube as well. I need to charge my phone up.
Okay, so what's good? How was your day today?
Something says subscribe. My day was good. What does it say? Yeah, subscribe to our podcast. Yes. Subscribe. See right there, the subscribe button. Yeah. Let me go back over here to Yard Stream. See. Oh, we got 3 people in. Okay.
People, what's up? People in the building.
Hey, listen, if you would like to come in. Oh, look, we got a guest waiting. We got a guest waiting. Hey, how you doing? You're on mute. You're on mute. Got to unmute yourself. There you go.
Hello.
I can't. I still can't hear. I can't. Oh, let's see. Hold on 1 second, Len. Yeah, volume is up.
Yeah, we can't hear you for some reason.
I think because
let me see.
We have the. Hold on 1 second, Len. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. We have.
Can you hear me now?
Mixing board and the port. I think that's probably what's going on. So we have to do some setting stuff here. We can get rid of them if you want. That way we probably can hear it directly.
We want to hear our guests.
Yeah. All right. So give us a second. We're gonna get rid of the mics real quick.
Okay.
Just take that off the side. No, not that one.
Now I can't hear y'all.
How about now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Oh, about time.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Can you hear us okay?
Yep, I hear y'all just fine.
I'm supposed to give that mic look.
So you want to give the mic look
Yeah.
even though.
Yeah. Can you hear us loud and clear, Lynn? Okay.
So welcome to SBS.
Yeah, let's get into it, Lynn. This is our guest, Lynn. Anybody else who wants to be a guest, I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in, and if you want to appear, you want to join this conversation, you'll be able to join the conversation. I'm going to put the link in here.
Make sure you speak up.
And you'll be able to join the conversation with Chief and Philly Cigar Jawn.
Yeah,
and you know what I think? You know what else I think I need to do? I think we need to go to Facebook and do the same thing. We need to make sure that folks have it and can join in on the conversation.
Well, while you're doing that, let's have a conversation with our first guest, Lynn. So, Lynn,
Yes.
welcome to SBS. Thanks for joining. Do you have any particular burning questions or a specific topic you'd like for us to discuss?
You know what? Let me go on Facebook because I looked at something earlier.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay.
That I was gonna ask about. Let me go in here real quick.
All right.
So I saw something on Facebook where a young lady was saying that she don't believe in her husband knowing how much she makes. She don't believe in them having access to each other's bank accounts. Like her money is her money, his money is his money. And I guess for me, I was like, wow, because they ain't have the same bank account, but we 19 years in. So I don't know how long she's been with her husband because you may not be that trustworthy going in. You have to make sure the person can manage their money before you give them access to yours. So I did think maybe she hasn't been with him that long, but I do have a problem with you don't even want him to know how much you make.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
Your
problem.
husband. That's
Yeah.
your husband.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Now here's my thought on that. Here's my take on that. One, he should know how much she makes and vice versa. Now I am a advocate and a strong believer in you definitely should know what your spouse makes, as well as you should have a house account. I'm not opposed to you having your own personal account, but you definitely should have a joint account together as a couple for the house. And if you want to have your own savings account, he can have his own savings account. I'm fine with that. As long as we have a joint account together and we can see what's flowing into that account. So we know, we have the funds to take care of all our household responsibilities, maybe trips and then some. So I just believe that you should have a house account. And if you choose to have a separate account, then have it a separate account. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think, first of all, when she said his money is his money and her money and her money, yeah. I got to give her props on one thing. Most women say, my money is my money and his money is my money.
Right.
But as far as that really speaks to trust for me. If you don't want your husband, you married somebody, and you don't want them to know how much income you're bringing to the table to help with, lifestyle expenses or whatever. To me, that's a red flag.
Right.
So I'm just curious, Lynn, what were some of the comments?
Well, a lot of people was like, why wouldn't you want him to know how much you make? Some people like, my husband and I have the same account. Like in my situation, my paycheck and Marvin's paycheck go into the same account. He has a separate account where a portion of his check goes to that account where he just might put like $200 a pay or something in his own little credit union account. And I do the same thing with my own little credit union account. And that's just like money I might use if I'm fixing stuff up on my motorcycle or something like that. Things I just might want to do off to the side. But for the most part, our money is our money, and we use it to pay our bills because our bills are our bills. It's not
Exactly, right?
It's not a his bill. It's not a my bill. They are our bills.
Yeah.
So it's like I just didn't understand it. I guess because I know what Marvin make. He know what I make. Really, Marvin don't even know what he make. He asks me sometimes, babe, how much is my paycheck?
Right. And that's what you call real trust, Lynn. That's
right.
Real trust.
Because he always, because he calls me the business manager.
Okay.
Because and I had a conversation with my cousin Monica today because I said, God forbid if something happens to me, like I run everything in a household. I need to make sure, my husband is going to be able to go into the gas electric bill, the cable bill, because he don't worry about any of that. He say, long as he come home, the lights on, long as he go to the bank machine and it don't punch him in the face if he try to withdraw some money. Yeah, he a comedian. He is fine with me handling and running everything.
He's right
And
behind.
in the background, we're going live on the podcast.
Yeah, we're live.
We are live. You're live with Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos with Chief and Philly Cigar, Jawn.
That's right.
Come on in. I have put the link for you to join the conversation in both our Facebook group and on our YouTube page as well. So there's a link for you to be able to join the conversation if you'd like to join the conversation. We're having a roundtable conversation about relationships.
Yes.
All kinds of relationships, marital relationships, engagements,
yes,
boyfriend, girlfriend, situationships, casual sexual ships.
All the ships.
All the ships.
But I think, if for those of you that are out there listening and just heard the question that Lynn posed, please drop your comment in the chat. Or if you want to come on the show and voice your opinion, let us know and give your opinion that way. But I do think that is a very interesting question. And you do have a lot of married individuals who don't share any type of bank account. And they keep everything separate.
Yeah.
So I think that's more
right.
Yeah, because you got to remember, we did a show about couples who don't even live in the same household. Who choose to own separate homes.
Is that right?
Yeah. Sometimes they choose to live in separate homes in separate states.
Is that right?
That is right.
Wow, that is really interesting too.
Yeah, there's a growing number of people who are choosing to, live that way for whatever reason.
Yes. So we want to thank Lynn. Lynn, we just lost you. I don't know if you know you're on hold.
Oh. Someone was trying to call my phone.
Oh, okay.
I guess it must have took me off the screen.
Where?
Right here.
Right here?
Yep.
That's StreamYard.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Lynn, that was a great question. So, you have any other? That was good. And you can always find great information, those type of questions on Facebook. I mean, all day long, you can find those type of questions there. So we want to thank you again for joining us. Did you have any other topics you wanted to discuss with us?
No, I think that's it.
Well, we do appreciate you for coming on live to our first joint live stream, and we'll continue to do this at least once a week. So thank you for being our very first guest.
Oh, you're welcome.
All
Thank
right,
you for
Lynn.
having me.
Yes.
I'm gonna mute myself now so I could just listen to everyone else.
Okay. All right, Lynn.
All right.
Yeah. So that was a good topic though, but outside of that, it was another. What really posed us to have this particular live. We read something the other day. Do you remember what it was? We were like, wow, this would be a great topic for the live stream. Do you remember what was that? I believe I took a picture of it.
Yeah, you might have.
Let me see.
But anyway, family, come on in and join us. The link, I might have to add the link to the description. I know on Facebook, I've already put the link in the comments. I think I've already put the link to be able to join us. If you want to join us, come on in. We want to hear from you because we want to learn from you. And we're not going to stay on here for a long time, but we want to have a good time for the time period that we are in here. And just what you think about what's going on nowadays, period, anyway.
Oh, I found it.
You found it? Bring it on. Bring it on.
This is the one about the young lady who asked her friend, boyfriend, her significant other for a particular item for her birthday. She asked for some Pradas. I don't know if it's Pradas, sneakers, shoes, whatever. But he ended up purchasing her some very tiny diamond stud earrings. And she was very upset about the aesthetics of the earrings. She thought she said, I can't even see the diamonds. So she was very upset about that. She said, so he asked her, so you don't like the earrings? And they are very small earrings, but that's besides the point. She said, I asked for Pradas.
Did you send that to me? And
yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up.
She said, I asked for Pradas, and you said you paid $600 for these little ass earrings. For what? For the name? You could have just gave me the money, and I could have put the rest with it and got what I really wanted. So she goes on and on. So then he says, you're ungrateful. I bought you diamond earrings, and I'll send you the money for bigger ones. What's the problem? Again, she says, if you would have just got me what I asked for,
send that to me.
Then
what's that?
You wouldn't have to add to these diamond earrings. So in this case, here's the way I view this.
All right.
If that is the case, if it's your birthday, I'm very particular. I'm not particular about a lot of things, but when it comes to Christmas and my birthday and vice versa for my significant other, I try to get them what they want, or, I like for them to get me what I want. So we tend to give each other ideas of what we want for those special occasions. Mm-hmm. So if I am telling you, hey, I want a particular thing, and how I am about my birthday, and then you come back and give me something that you thought that, you would like for me to have, I would feel some type of way, but I wouldn't come across the way she's coming across, because she is coming across very ungrateful.
Send that to me. I'm going to share with the audience. Send it to me on WhatsApp.
Well,
I want to share this. I'm going to share it with the audience because I want the audience to weigh in. I want our viewers to weigh in. Come on, SBS family. Come on in the house. I know this is the first time that we've done our joint live podcast. And we typically drop on Thursday, but we decided to do this on Wednesday. And as we build the community, we will continue to come to you live with topics, with roundtable topics. We will. And so what I'm going to do here in a second is I'm going to share the information that Philly was just talking about. And so
while you're sharing, what are your thoughts on that, though?
I had that happen to me before, actually.
Okay.
I had.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I had that experience one time. Where
who were you in this situation? Were you the giver or the givee? Or the receiver, should I say?
I was the giver.
Okay, you were the giver.
Yeah, I was a giver. I asked somebody what they wanted for their birthday.
Okay.
And they told me what they wanted. I said at the time, no, I'm not going to be able to do that.
Okay.
But I did do something.
Okay.
And the individual was like, this is not what I asked for.
Okay.
And because it wasn't what they asked for, they said they didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, the hell with you.
The hell with you.
Yeah.
You took your gift back? You took your gift back?
No, they gave it. I said they gave it back.
Oh, yeah, they gave it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they gave it back.
And they want
Yeah.
it. Okay.
All right. So let me see. Screen share. Da, da, da. All right. Let me see. Let me go to my phone so I can see. Hopefully it die. Hey, look, work with us here because we're figuring
this
this out.
Truly, as you can see, organic. It's not rehearsed. This is as you can tell, this is our first time, so it's on the job training.
So we still on it. So evidently my screen's not being shared.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We can just talk about it. We don't need visuals all the time.
Yep.
So let's see who else is out there. Come and join us and drop some topics in the chat. Is there anything particular that you saw on social media that you thought would be a great discussion? Is there anything particular that you would like to ask Chief or Philly Cigar Jawn?
Mm-hmm.
We are here. We're excited. I actually like this little live thing. It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
We just got to grow our audience. That's all. But you know what? We will continue to talk, though.
Yes.
Because today's dating is very different. It's very different than what it was when our parents were growing up. Hell, when we were out dating in our younger years. Everything is about me.
I'm still in my younger years.
Okay, you're still in your younger years.
Still
That's
in my
right.
younger.
I forgot you on 27.
No, I'm older than that, but I'm still in my younger years.
You're still in your younger years.
Still in my younger years. Okay. But anyway, I think delivery matters. And I think that sister sounded extremely ungrateful. She sounded extremely ungrateful. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I first saw that picture, I thought it was an empty box. I thought maybe she was holding the diamonds or something. And I'm not trying to knock that brother. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just saying I really thought. I'm like, I had to do a double take. And then I had to go to the comments because sometimes you got to go to the comments to figure stuff out on social media anyway.
Yes.
I had to go to the comments. Then I went back and I looked at the box and I was like, and then I think she said something in the exchange about the things going to go through my ear or something like that. Yes,
it's going to go through her. Oh, they were so smart.
So, but oh, man. We live in a world where there are people who increasingly give less grace. Mike, my guy, Mike. Let me let my guy in here. Let me let my guy Mike in here.
Mike.
What's going on, Mike? Mike, you got to unmute yourself, buddy.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Unmute yourself and come on in here, man. You got to unmute yourself, Mike. You got a bad connection. Try to come on back in, Mike. You got a bad connection.
Yes.
That's my guy.
That's your guy. Okay.
Yeah, he disconnected. Come on back in, Mike. Reconnect and come on back in. Mike is really a gentleman I want to have add to this conversation. I'll let Mike tell a little bit about his own self. Mike, link up to your Wi-Fi wherever you are, man, and come on back in and add to the conversation, my good brother.
Okay, so what else you want to talk about?
No, what I was going to say is people are giving each other less grace in the society that we're living in today. And it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad I'm not out there in the dating world anymore. I really am. I'm glad that I don't have to try to find someone to go out with me, spend time with me. I'm gonna let you. We got somebody else in here. Who we got here?
Hello. Welcome.
Hey, go ahead and let us know who you are in between chews. You look like you eating something real good there.
You live. What's up? What's going on?
Come on in and talk to us.
My camera wasn't supposed to be on, so that was the first problem.
Hey, what's up? My God, Thurman Fuchs, what's going on?
Hey, hello there.
Thurman, how you doing, man?
I'm well.
Well,
Yes,
welcome
I just
to the
check y'all out.
podcast.
Welcome, Thurman. Hey, Thurman, introduce yourself and tell our audience a little bit about yourself, man, and what you do. And I know you work with couples, man.
You said what?
I know you work with couples, and that's what we're talking about, man. We're talking about relationships.
Yes.
Well, I'm Thurman. That's about it tonight.
That's about it.
Okay.
That's about it tonight, Thurman.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be honest. I tuned in because I saw the text, but I'm at the hospital. One of my members of our church is having open heart surgery, so I just been here all day with them. So I was going to just tune in and be quiet and sit over here in the corner and check you guys out, but because I don't want to disturb other people because people get on their phone all out now.
Yeah.
But
Well, we
go ahead and have
appreciate
the conversation.
you joining in.
Hey,
Amen.
we appreciate you tuning in, and we're gonna keep your church member in prayer, because that's what's most important, and that is that's a significant medical procedure. All medical procedures are important, but that is very significant.
Yeah.
And so we thank you, Pastor Fuchs, former Air Force honor guardsman. Me and Thurman served together honorably in the United States Air Force. We both served honorably in the Presidential Guard in Washington, D.C. So welcome, my friend, and enjoy the show.
Yep.
Military Mike.
Mike in the building.
What a great segue. What a great segue.
Keep going out.
Mike, keep going. Mike, where you at, Mike?
He put in the chat that he having trouble with his mic.
Oh,
But
okay.
I want to comment.
Hey, Mike, you're not having trouble with the mic. You just got to take it off mute.
Yeah, you have it on mute. We can see it.
Yeah, we can see that you're on mute. So,
unmute your mic.
So anyway,
Well, while he tries to unmute, let me just say this real quick. In reference to that story, because I read that story.
Okay, give us your thoughts, Lynn.
Now I'm gonna give you what happened with me.
Ooh, okay, do tell. I love those stories.
I would say about 15 years ago, Marvin gave me a watch. And when I opened it, I said, I do not want this. This looked like something my grandmother used to wear. And I took that watch back to Kay's Jewelers and got the watch I wanted. That was 15 years ago. That must have traumatized him because he still talk about me taking that watch back.
That's why you go overboard now.
So here's what I have to say about that, right? If a man thinks enough and cares enough about you to purchase something for you, and they are not a person who has a whole lot of extra disposable income, sometimes you don't know what's behind that. Because men, you got materialistic men who have a lot of money, they can buy women, they can buy things, they can do all this impressive stuff. But if you're courting a woman and you really like her and you see a future, if that woman doesn't know that you spent 10 pay periods putting $100 away per pay period, that's $1,000. And depending on what era you living in, and you said this was 15 years ago when y'all first started dating.
No, we were married. We've been married 19 years.
Okay.
So let me go back to that, because sometimes it's not always about the money. It's
right, because the watch I got was actually cheaper than the one he purchased. He got some money back.
So here's what I'm saying. It's about knowing your mate and their style and what they like. Because we experienced that, right?
Yeah, we did.
So it's about knowing your mate. It's not always the price tag.
I wish I still had that clock.
Lynn, if you could have saw that. Oh God, I laughed so hard. So again, it's not
Donovan,
about the money.
is that
it's
the
about
purse that you
knowing your
sent me a
needs.
picture of? And I was like,
Yeah.
You
It was a clock. It was a clock pocketbook. It was a pocketbook with a clock on the outside of it.
No, ma'am.
I thought it was kind of neat, but
No, ma'am.
but
No.
Chanel did not. The Philly did not think that it was neat.
No.
I
was
didn't either.
And you know, Lynn, I said, well, he's still getting to know me. He's still learning me. He's still learning. I gave you some grace after I laughed for about 30 minutes.
Oh, listen, she sent a picture of the purse to her family members.
I didn't. I did not. Though.
Oh, you didn't?
No, Miss Jordan was like, Bob, don't do that. Don't do that, Bob.
Yeah, because they would have probably joked me to return it.
Yeah. So,
but I think also in that situation, Lynn, it's also about how you do it. So you might have took the watch back to Kay, and it might not have been as expensive of a watch. One thing I can say about my sweetheart, right? One thing I can say about her delivery to me, if we're not on the same page or we're not on the same accord, the reason I talk about grace and the reason I talk about delivery, because that stuff matters. That stuff really, really matters, right? You said your husband 15 years later will still bring up that you took that watch back to Kay Jeweler, right? So
I know that must have really hurt his feelings. So I've never done that again since then.
Right.
But then I have to remind him.
You sent him back to Kay's. You make him go back to the mall.
And then I had to remind him. I'm like, well, Marvin, do you remember the black sandals that I bought you? He said the ones that look like a cab driver would wear. I said, you never wore them. He said, but I didn't take them back to the store. I said, you have a point.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he definitely was feeling some kind of way about that.
I said, you absolutely have a point.
So, speaking of grace, so again, this was another topic that we actually discussed on the He Said, She Said.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about grace. So say you're with your partner and your partner started gaining weight, 40, 50 pounds. And
your partner started getting fat.
Dang, man. Your partner, I tried to be, graceful. Anyway, how would you approach that when they're not the same person aesthetically that they were, say, a year or two ago? You're no longer physically attracted to them. How do you address that with your significant other? How do you address it?
Yeah. So I had that happen. I had that happen before. Was
it in the last 3 years?
Well, now since you mentioned it. No, but I had that happen in a relationship before, and I'm gonna be honest. What I did was I ended up joining the Y, and I went to the spin class, which was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I did my significant other at the time. I did say, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we went and checked, the spin class out? And again, grace and delivery matters.
Right.
I never mentioned her weight. I never mentioned, the size of her clothes had gone up a couple. I never mentioned none of that. I just was like, hey, let's, hit the gym, work out. And at the time, to be very frank, I needed to lose a couple pounds myself.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So if somebody was asking me for advice,
yes,
I would say, first of all, you got to know your mate because there's no one size fits all when you start to have that conversation.
Right.
You have to know your mate. And if your mate has gained some weight, there's different reasons.
Yes, could be medical.
If your mate go to the hospital and they say we got to put you on prednisone for 6 months, that prednisone might put on 40 pounds. Now, when you come off of it, then that might be the time, and not immediately when they come off of it. You got to wait a little bit, and then you have the conversation, and then maybe even you can attribute it to what it was.
Yes.
You know what, babe? I know you had to take this medication. I know we had to do this, but you know what? We're gonna work together, right? Because I know where you want to be, and this, that, and the other thing, and I want to see you successful, and I want to see you healthy, right? Now, if they just, if they just eating everything in sight, then you got to figure out what's going on with that as well.
Yeah, because sometimes that's a sign of depression.
Sign of
depression. Depressed, people tend to eat more.
Yeah. If the relationship is unhealthy, people could start, overindulging, over consuming. They can start compensating for different things. If there's stress at work,
yes,
so there's a lot of reasons that people might put work on. I think if you really care and love the person, then you really have to determine, you got to always know your audience, whether you're talking to, if you got 3 kids, you may have to give the message differently to the middle kid than you do with the younger kid, right, or the older kid from the middle kid. Mm-hmm. So you have to know your audience.
Right.
And that's the same. I think the same thing holds true with the significant other. And trust me when I tell you, I've had enough trial and error and experience to finally try to go on a path to get it right. When you had opportunities and then you reflect in retrospect, when you can say to yourself, damn, if I had to do that over again, I would do it differently because I understand things differently now.
I agree. So let me ask you all too about the new age dating. With all these requirements, you see a lot of these topics on social media. The Cheesecake Factory girl, the other one where the young lady, the guy took the young lady to Shake Shack. Shout out to Shake Shack because I love their shroom burgers. Their shroom burgers are everything. Where these women are putting these high expectations on these men for first dates. You even have some young ladies that are actually requesting money to get their hair and nails done before they go on a date with these men. Like the world that we're living in, like, what are your thoughts on that? That's just the top.
I want to add one more.
Yes.
Like the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I can deal with that because I just go around to the other side of the car like dude did, open the door and let her go back into her apartment. The whole get my hair, nails, and all that done, no problem, because I know how to block you, right? The one that got me the most was a brother that was sitting in a restaurant with the sister, and as they completed their meal, she called the waiter over and ordered 3 more meals. 3 more meals, and she didn't order chicken fingers and fries. Right. She ordered 3 more meals to go for her 3 children at home. And her position was, I gave you my time. I'm out here on this date with you. My kids need to eat, so we need to order this to go. You need to go and get that filet mignon because Junior want the filet mignon, and the other one want the lobster tail. And so to me, and dude turned his phone on and start recording. And we got to question how much of it is real too,
right?
Because people want to go viral.
Skits,
yeah, people want to go viral. So
but some of it is real.
Oh, a lot of it is real.
So Lane, let me start with you. What are your thoughts about that?
So first of all, you should have established that I had to feed your kids before we went on a date because you don't even know what my pockets look like.
Before you go on
How
a date?
about you feed your own damn kids before we go on a date?
How about that?
Right, because you don't know what my pockets look like if I have enough money for 5 meals.
And if you
I could have just scraped up enough to take you out.
And if you didn't have a date with me tonight, how was your kids eating?
Right. And
or is that your MO? You got a running Rolex of dinner dates throughout the week, and that's how you feeding your kids.
Right.
Look, remove the kids, but you have women who actually do that.
Oh yeah.
They have a lineup where they have men take them out to expensive restaurants every day of the week, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's their game.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't come across nobody like my husband because he took me to Fridays and he had on slippers our first date. I was like, I ain't going out with him no more. He gonna wear slippers.
Well, she had herself in white socks and flip flops, so she
and he gonna tell me
he
he had tennis shoes in the car once we got to the restaurant, but he came to my door with slippers on. I was like,
Oh, well, at least he changed them before you went into the
Yeah,
restaurant.
he changed before he went into the restaurant, but we went to Fridays.
Yeah, I'm a simple girl
And
because
we sat there and had a long conversation. We didn't have to be at Ruth Chris and
thank you.
all these other expensive places.
It's that part. It's the connection for me because I'm a Starbucks girl. Or let's get a coffee or tea. Let's see if we even vibe first. What's
Right.
the energy like? Do we even connect? Instead of you trying to go out and impress me by spending $300-400 on a meal, and you may not ever see me again. So let's have some
Right.
coffee or tea. Let's see how this energy is moving. If it's good, because to me, the first date is always getting to know one another. Right. And then after that, to me, that is when the actual date start after you establish whether or not I even like this person.
Right. Marvin said is what you say, Marvin?
There's no obligation.
No obligations.
Yeah.
Right.
So we also are living in this era now where I'm starting to hear more and more women say that if they have to pay any bill whatsoever in the household, then their man is failing in his responsibility as a provider. That the man should be paying everything, and the woman should just be able to coexist in the household. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't believe in that either because, I mean, if I make twice the amount my husband make, why would I let him sit and struggle with
Right.
all the bills? That just doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
It should just be a even kill. I mean, it just, I don't know. I don't get the man should pay all the bills or he's failing. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like when Marvin and I first got married, I was making more than he was making. I would not expect him to pay all the bills, and I was bringing home more money. It was like flip because at the time when we first got married, we didn't have a joint account, and I was making more money. So I was like, "Look, you take care of the gas, electric, and those things, and I'll pay the house bill."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then once we were like maybe a couple years into our marriage, and we was like, no, we're just gonna put all our money together,
Mm-hmm.
and we just gonna pay all the bills, out of our money. It's not a man. I don't think a man is a failure because they don't pay all the bills.
And I ain't trying to put your business out there, but I just happen to know that your husband told you a few years ago you can work if you want to, and if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Exactly, he did.
So had you not stayed with him, and had you been totally superficial, and had you stood on, some societal principle, then you may not still be with that good man that you with. That again, I'm a reiterate. I happen to personally know, told you several years ago, babe, if you want to work, you can. If you don't want to, you can stay home and chill because I got it.
Exactly.
You would never have arrived at that place, and you might still be going through a Rolodex of knuckleheads like some women that I know who have been with good men.
If I had said, "Oh no, you don't make as much money as me. I'm not going to stay with you." Oh no, I'm not going to pay the big bill. I'm not going to pay the house note and let you pay all the small bills. Then I wouldn't be where I am now, where I could go out and buy any pair of shoes I want, and he don't complain. He don't ask me to contribute like anything that he feel like he want to take care of. He don't ask me, babe, look, I want to do this, contribute. No. He's like, when I told him, I said, I want me a motorcycle. I want a Riker. He's like, all right, find one. I'll go get it.
Oh.
So if I had been like Donovan said in the past, like, well, wait a minute. I'm making more than him. I'm paying more the bills than he paying. I'm doing
But
this.
guess what,
I'm doing
Lynn?
that.
That's because
But now it's like, if I want, like Donovan said, if I want to work, I can work. And I've had, since 2016, I've had probably 20 jobs because.
And she is not lying.
I'm not lying. Donovan told me I was a professional interviewer. I was a professional application
and job
person.
securer.
So,
she secure some jobs. Huh?
I was working for MTA Mobility. After 3 weeks, I said, "Oh, my husband got a good job. I ain't working here no
Wait
more,"
a
and I
minute,
quit.
you know. Hey, wait a minute, Lynn. You know you sound like. Have you ever watched Everybody Hate Chris? Me and my son
Yes.
love it. You sound like Bro Shell. I don't need this job. My man got 2 jobs, and she was
And
forever quitting the job.
they had a bet. Every time I would get a job, they were taking wagers like she
How
gonna stay
long is she
three
gonna last
weeks,
this
she
time?
gonna stay 2 weeks, she gonna stay a month. I have worked everywhere. This is the longest I've stayed on a job since
Wow.
2016. I've
Wow.
been on this job and I actually quit this job. And they called me and they was like, "Hey, we really need an investigator in home improvement. You think
Right.
you want to come back?" I'm like, "All right." So I went
Yeah.
back. I worked there for 8 months and quit.
Oh. And
And
then
they
you
called
back.
me to come back. And now I've been there ever since. But yeah, since 2016, I've had about 20 jobs.
So let's think about let's think about what you've shared with our audience, right? When we talk about this modern dating thing, you shared that on your first date, your husband's had on flip flops with some tennis
Slippers.
shoes, with slippers with some tennis shoes in his car.
Mm-hmm.
He took you to TGI Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You did not have any predisposition about who he was as a man, because for damn sure the one thing he do, he don't own. I don't give a damn where he don't own it. So whether he took you to Friday or whether he took you to Fleming Steakhouse or wherever, he don't own none of them spots. So all you really gonna do, you're gonna have a meal, whether you're gonna have a $400 meal or a $40 meal, but the value should really be in getting to know one another.
Right.
Then you also said when you guys decided to consummate your relationship and marriage, you were making more money. And you talked about how you approached that. And fast forward to today, what you just said, you know your husband has a good job, you know he's a good man, and you understood very early on the things that really mattered, and you appreciated the things that really mattered. And I'm telling you, when you said you want to go get that motorbike or you want to go do something, this, that, and the other thing, it is not lost on him as a man the value that you put on him and not things early in the relationship.
Right.
And so because of the value that he has for you, he wants you to have things that make you happy because he got you.
Right.
And because he got you, it's okay to get you things that make you happy. It's okay to get your woman things that make her happy.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
Right. So
And you know, I'm gonna share this, and this, you know, this might help some of the younger couples too.
Mhm.
It's okay. It's okay to push your mate beyond what they can see. And I say that because the agency he used to be with, he was very comfortable there and did not want to leave. And I really pushed him to go to where he is now. And he actually told me the first few months that he was at the new agency, he had resentment towards me for pushing him to go there because he really wanted to stay where he was. But I saw something different. I saw like him going beyond where he could go where he was. It wasn't a lot of room for growth. He was going to an agency that was just starting out. And at this agency, he has done so much more than what he would have done if he had stayed at the other agency. And when I told him to go, it wasn't even about the money, because don't chase the money. If you chase the career and your goals, the money is going to come to you.
Yep.
So, like, what he makes is nowhere near what he would have made if he had stayed at that other agency. And Donovan knows that because he was at that agency before. And
Right.
they
And
weren't
that's what it's
paying,
about.
and the retirement wasn't good. They weren't paying well at the time. And just like, I was just looking long term. Like if you go to this new agency, you're gonna grow with the agency.
Yeah.
And as the agency expands, you're going to expand.
Right.
And like he does well. He does like very well there with his position as far as his responsibilities, his training, what he's learned, how much he's grown in the career, his connections, how he travels. He teaches at a college now. He teaches at the police academy. So I just saw growth outside of what he saw. So
And that's
like
a
it's
teammate.
okay
That's
to try to push your mate beyond
right.
what they see for themselves, even
Yeah.
if they kind of give you some pushback like he gave me. But I just saw it better for him. So I was like, you can give me pushback, but I'm gonna push stronger to make you really go beyond what you see.
Yes. That's a help me. That's a true help me.
That's
right
a
there.
goal. That's a goal mate.
There you
On top
go.
of being a soulmate, that's a goal mate.
Yes.
And I tell you, and I appreciate your story, and I understand his journey. I understand both of you all's journey, and we'll have you on one day to kind of talk about that, because I think there are many other elements of your marriage, of your relationship, of the path that you've traveled that members of our audience can benefit from, our viewing audience. I'm going to take a point of personal privilege because you brought up something that was very important. In my current role, a couple of years ago, I was venting often to Philly. And so Philly said, what I need you to do is I need you to sit down and all this venting, I need you to put it in a proposal. And she had told me that like around the August time frame of that particular year. So November, something really hit me and I start venting again. And she just looked at me. She said, did you write that proposal? And I said, no, I haven't gotten around to it. She said, all right, well, go ahead and save the venting for the words on the paper for the proposal. If you're not going to put your venting on that paperwork, then let's go ahead and skip that, you know, when you come over here. So I took note of that. And I put some things in action. And because of that, to your point, because I had a mate that understood what the goal should be, a goal mate, I rolled my sleeves up, I knuckled down, I did what I was supposed to do. And that proposal, that proposal amounted to a large budgetary increase for me, which allowed for me to build and give some opportunities to some other people. But the catalyst of that was having a partner and having a mate that cares. And you can tell when people have partners and mates that don't necessarily care because they come to work and complain about them in the break room, in the corner with their girlfriends, right? Or they come to work and they complain about them in the corner with their homeboys or whatever, you know. So,
so what you did, Lynn, you really just allowed your husband to see something that you saw that he really didn't notice.
Yeah,
right.
And with that, I want to invite into the conversation Military Mike, and I also want to invite into the conversation. It looks like it's rolling. So we need to hear your voices to make sure that your mics are working.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
Yes, sir. What's up, baby? How y'all doing?
Hey,
how you doing? You must be Darth Vader tonight because we can't see you. We can just hear your voice.
Yes.
You can't see me?
You need to add some light.
Add some light. Can you
I
get some way to get
don't know if
light?
you got glasses on, but you look like a turtle. You're like a ninja turtle in the dark.
Wait a minute, I'm at work, man.
Hold up.
Okay. Give me a few minutes. I'll be in the light in a minute. Give me a few minutes. I'm about to.
All right. Well, while you trying to find the light, Mike, what's up, brother? Can you got your mic on now?
Military Mike.
He put in the chat that he gonna be on receiver mode tonight.
Okay. Well, listen, we can't see the chat. However, Mike, you can type whatever you want, and we'll present it to to our viewing audience, and I just want to thank everybody. We want to thank everybody who's tuning in and sharing a little bit of your time this evening with us. On this Wednesday evening, we're still dropping our regular show tomorrow, which will be a treat. But yeah, we appreciate you all joining us for this conversation on Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos with Chief and Philly Cigar Jawn. Yeah. Roland, are you still there, my friend?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, we see the light a little bit. But anyway, go ahead. You in the dark, but we hear your voice. Go ahead, Darth Vader.
No, I had to get in, man, because I heard you was talking about the pocketbook with the clock on it.
Hey, I'm gonna go. Hey, look, I'm gonna see if I can find that damn pocketbook, man. You hold them court with our viewers, and I'm gonna see if I can find because I'm gonna be honest, because my feelings was hurt a little bit when she ain't want this pocketbook.
Bro,
listen, if he's able to find this pocketbook,
bro,
and you lay eyes on it, you're gonna understand why I didn't like the pocketbook.
Bro, you do not want to see a picture. I don't want to see a picture of that pocketbook with a clock in it. Because if I see a picture of that, I'm going to screenshot that forever, man. I swear to God.
Listen.
I'm going to hold on to that forever.
OMG. You don't want to see a picture. Hey, look, I don't know. You might can get Tiffany one. I don't know.
That would never happen. That would never happen. Listen, when you said that, you know what the first thing came to mind?
What?
Flavor Flav and Public Enemy. I swear to God.
But he sent me the picture and asked me what he said. Would you carry this? I said no, I wouldn't.
Wait, and I actually
Lenny.
and I was like, yeah, boy.
Lenny, you ain't tell him put that shit back, man. I mean, put that thing back, man.
Wait a minute. Oh my God, he has
you ain't tell him put that thing back. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Okay, anybody watching, even if you're not watching live, you're gonna have to run this back. Because I need to get
it still got the tag on it. It still got the tag on it.
That's the pocketbook. Oh my. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Let me screenshot that. Oh yeah.
Please do.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I have you know, wait a minute. I have you know that it has alarm bell holder handles up here. It has
plastic. That's plastic.
It has a compartment on the back of the purse where you can store things, and you can unzip the clock. I thought this was pretty damn neat myself.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God! No.
Yeah, I know.
And you can put that on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody will buy it.
Yeah, I know. The clock.
Not me.
Unzip the clock, and you can put something
next week, eh?
So I'm reading the chat.
Monday, I think.
I'm reading the chat. Somebody named Mike Young said that is definitely different.
Yeah.
For real.
You ain't lying, Mike.
What's wrong with that? And it matches her shirt. Look at her shirt, please. Would you look at her shirt and tell me that don't match her shirt? Look at that.
Yeah, okay.
I can hang this on a wall. This is my work. I can just hang it on a wall.
He gonna be traumatized like Marvin. He gonna talk about that purse 15 years from now.
So anyway, listen. So I had my experience, as your husband did. I had my experience of giving the love of my life a gift. But I'm gonna say this though. I gotta give credit where credit is due, because I'm gonna show you what she did when I gave it to her. She was like, I think she was trying to hold it at different angles to see if she might like it. To see if she might like it at a particular angle. So she was quiet. She was quiet and she was moving it around. And I'm looking at her. She hadn't said thank you yet. And she was like, just adjusting it. And then finally, she looked at me and said, this is different.
Like Mike Young said.
She said, yeah. She said, I definitely think it's unique for somebody.
Not this body.
And so
Mike
the
said he loves the laughter and joy even after offering an unwanted gift.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
That's woo. Oh, we laughed about 30 minutes on that one.
Yeah, so we laughed about that and in the aftermath. And I'm gonna tell you, it's something when you think you're doing something, right? Because the whole time I was waiting for it to come, I was like, yeah, I got this slick pocketbook. And you know, I know my mate, right? Likes quality things. I know my mate is eclectic. So I'm waiting for this purse to come from I think I ordered it off of Etsy, right? And I'm waiting for it to come, and it gets here. I'm all like, yeah, she ain't never seen nothing like this before. Man, I give her that I give her that pocketbook, and yeah. So, but my feelings wasn't hurt. I just went on and got another gift. I got another gift.
But that matters too, right? Because I am a firm believer, even if I cook a meal, I'm a pretty good cook, right? But everything I cook, you're not going to like. So you don't have to pretend that you like it. And I used to tell my son that if you don't like it, tell me, because I won't ever make it again. But if you fake the funk and tell me, oh, mom is good or babe is good, I'm going to continue to make it. Now I'm hurting your stomach and you know, wasting my time.
Somebody put Flavor Flav in
That's what it is.
Somebody on Facebook put Flavor Flav. Somebody put, oh my God.
But yeah, I just love honesty. Just be honest. You're not gonna like everything I do, everything I buy, and same with you. But I respect the honesty of it.
Right.
So
and maintaining respect while giving that honesty. And some of the things that we've seen on social media, we get it and we understand it, and we may even agree with the premise. We just don't agree with the outcome because the outcome was totally disrespectful.
Right.
So I can agree with the premise of you weren't satisfied with something that your mate may have given you, but how you deal with that person, how you handle that person.
Right. It's all about framing, how you frame it in your delivery.
And then if you get into taping, video recording your significant other, and I'm going to be honest, the first time I ever saw somebody videotaping their significant other in an uncomfortable situation, it was when I saw the Jada Pinkett thing with Will Smith years ago. Yeah. When he looked up and he goes, "Are you recording me?" And she was literally recording him, and she was live, right? Without his permission or anything else. Now, of course, a lot of other things have come out of the red table, but anyway, that's beside the point. That's another show. Mike Young, man, I really wish your microphone was working, because I'm gonna tell you, I know Mike Young. We call him affectionately Military Mike.
Yes.
He is an avid reader, and you can tell that he's well read when you have conversations with him.
We have to make sure your mic is working for the next live.
Absolutely.
We love to have you.
Because we know that you have, like many of our viewing audience, significant contributions to the conversation.
Yes. So with that being said, it's been over an hour?
It's been an hour, a little over an hour. This is fun.
This is fun. Thank you all, Lynn, Mike, Roland,
Herman, everybody. We appreciate it. And all of our other viewers.
Yeah.
The way that we have it set up, we can see your Facebook comments. We just don't know. We can't see. It just says Facebook user. It doesn't say. And some people might want to be anonymous, which we did allow for that. So we want to thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
We don't want to leave without telling you about our Bourbon and Beyond in the park.
That's right. Father's Day, Sunday, June 16th, 12 to 6 p.m. in Townsend, Delaware. Fire Base Lloyd, open, beautiful grounds, about 5 acres. Live band. For those of you in the Philadelphia area, you already know Best Kept Soul is one of the best live bands in the area, if not in the nation. And of course, we can't forget our beautiful, wonderful host, Patty Jackson from WDSFM. She will be hosting along with food trucks, vendors.
And I want to always add, and the DMV, not just the Philadelphia area. Yes. I always want to add, because it's only if you're in the Maryland area, DMV area, it's a little over an hour away. Yes. North on 95. As well as the Philadelphia tri-state.
But we got people coming from all Maryland, DC, yes, Jersey, everywhere. Philly, Delaware will be in the building. Yeah. Or should I say in the grass? Yeah, in the park.
You can bring your tents, you can bring your chairs. You can bring food. The only thing you can't bring is alcohol, because that will be provided yes, at the festival, at the venue. But there'll be food trucks. There'll yes, be crafts and vendors, clothing. Like some of these brims that I wear will have also had vendors out there. So a little bit of everything.
So we won't have that pocketbook though.
We will not have
the pocketbook.
We will not have the Flavor Flav yes, pocketbook.
So make sure we still have a few early bird special tickets available. You can go to Eventbrite and you can go under Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos presents Father's Day
in the park.
In yes, the park. Father's Day in the park is at Eventbrite. So get your ticket now because it's going to be hot.
Absolutely.
So thank you all once again for joining us. So we'll do this again next week. This was fun.
It was very fun.
I love it. So
y'all have a good night.
Yep.
Good night from Chief of Philly Cigar, Jawn.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye. That was